We're going to replace our washer fluid level sensor located in our washer fluid reservoir tank. We're going to go ahead and remove our 6 retaining clips running across the top of our radiator support cover. Just going to use our trim tool here, get underneath and pop these up. Just continue this process across the top. I'm going to go ahead and just lift up on our cover here and remove it and set it aside. We're going to remove our 4 10mm screws across the top of our grill using a 10mm socket. When removing these screws, you want to pay attention to the different threads on these here. The screws with the more coarse threads go on the outside because it screws into plastic, and then we have the more machine-like screws here that go in the 2 center because it screws into the metal bracket. We're going to pull out our radiator. On each side there are 2 plastic push pins, and across the bottom there are retaining tabs holding the bottom into place. So you gently want to pull out the grill, pop those tabs out, and then release the bottom. Go ahead and set your grill aside. Using a 10mm socket and extension, we're going to remove our lower 10mm bolt right here. This is for the lower portion of our windshield washer reservoir tank. We're going to go ahead and remove our upper 10mm bolt right here. We're going to go ahead and lift up on our tank. There's 2 little tabs here holding this into the support. So gently lift that up. Pop our harness out here and our hose just to give us a little bit more flexibility. Let's go ahead and disconnect our little clip here for our washer pump. We're going to tip the tank forward. On the bottom side right here, there's a connector right here with a red locking tab. You can use your finger. I'm just going to use a pick. I'm going to push up on that to unlock it. I'm going to press in on this tab and disconnect this sensor. Now on the front side, we have our washer pump with the hose right here. Now if your reservoir has a lot of coolant or washer fluid in it, we're going to go ahead and pop this off. You're going to get some drainage here, but what we're going to do is going to pop off the hose and put our finger over the pump port here. And let's go ahead and drain out our washer fluid into a reusable container. We're going to use our trim tool. We're just going to gently get up under the edge here, and we're going to pry this up. Just going to work it gently all the way around. Go ahead and pop this out. There's a rubber seal in here. I'm going to take your new component, just do a quick inspection on it. Make sure there's no marks or chips or anything out of the plastic because you want it to seal nice into our rubber seal here. Simply line that up. Press it down into place. Going to install our hose to our washer pump right here. I'm just going to spin this around. I want to go ahead and install our harness to our level sensor. You'll feel it clip into place and then press your red lock tab down. At this point, we can go ahead and feed our reservoir down behind the front portion of the bumper. Let's go ahead and get our 2 tabs lined up on our support. Once these are lined up, you can push this down a little bit. Install our 2 10mm bolts. Might require you to go ahead and grab that tank and just move that around a little bit to get these lined up. Get that top bolt lined up and threaded in a few threads. Let's go ahead and get our lower bolt installed. I'm just going to set it into the socket here. Feed this down inside. Get that started a few threads. And once we have that started, it's safe for us to go ahead and snug it down. Now we're just holding plastic to plastic. Once you feel it snug down, that's pretty much all you need to do. Do the same for the top. Snug, and you're good. Install your pump harness connector. You'll hear it click into place. Then you can go ahead and start to route your hose and your wires back into the original position. Now we can go ahead and refill our reservoir. Seal up our cover. I'll just do a quick wipe down, clean everything up. On the side of our grill, you should have the 2 retaining tabs here and 2 on the driver's side as well. And across the bottom, you're going to have these plastic mounting tabs that needs to interlock with the upper portion of our bumper. Let's go ahead and install this here. Right here, before you bolt down your grill, you want to make sure that your hood release cable runs underneath. And I push our grill up into place. Let's go ahead and get our screws started. The more aggressive threaded screws go into the 2 outer portion or 2 outer holes. Get those started. And then the 2 fine thread bolts go into our support. Once those are all started, let's go ahead and snug those down. Just snug it down lightly. I'm going to go ahead and take our push button clips. You want to make sure that this little plastic retainer here is lined up with the fender. Push it down into place, and we're going to repeat this process across the top.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.